Kenny and his vision where he wants this university to be. So I'm going to do all I can and do my part in it, put my hand in the pile just like all these other coaches to try to get the most out of these players. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, Coach, how's it going? So for you, obviously, this time of year in the fall camp is a very exciting one for you. And then coming back from Camp T now, over the halfway point now of the fall camp, how are you feeling about where the receiving group is at right now?
I'm never satisfied. I think we always can get better. But I like the direction that we're headed. I just like the culture in our room. I think coming back from Camp T when you're vulnerable, you're telling your whys and you really get to know the players, made us closer as a group. You got to understand who you're playing for and what the expectations are. And they know, like in the meeting rooms, I'm going to get into their tails and because I want the best for them. At the end of the day, it's me coaching the player, not the person. I love all the guys like they're my nephews, but at the end of the day, I want to push them to be the best players that they can be to help us win ball games. And they've all accepted that role. And so our relationship is good, So for me, I want the best for these kids. And I think coming back from Camp T, having a better understanding of who they are, I kind of know how to push their buttons and get the most out of their abilities.
Jaren had a couple of big plays in the scrimmage on Saturday. He's looking to get more and more comfortable each practice, it seems. What do you make of his play and kind of now being settled in as a Sun Devil and being able to impact the game?
Well, he's definitely the talent's there. I look at the mistakes he made. I know he's an explosive player. I'm trying to minimize the mistakes. So, we got some explosive playmakers. Just think about it. You got Malik's coming on, Jaren's coming on, JT, Jalen Moss. You had Kamari and Shaman, man. We can go toe-to-toe with anybody in the country as far as, playmaking ability as a group. So it's just a matter of being in the right place for Sam, making sure each and every player, wide out, skill guys doing their jobs, getting the proper depth, making plays when they present itself.
The best in the biz right here.
Shut up, boy. And then, just making sure we're doing our part as a team to help this team win games. And each and every day they come ready to work. So this is every coach's dream to have players that want to come out and give it their best and want to improve each and every day.
Seems like the defensive back group is obviously a very talented one at this school, and then having to go against those guys every day for your receivers. How have you felt like the sharpening iron process has been for your guys over the course of camp so far?
Man. I tell my guys all the time, man. Yeah, they're going to hold. Yeah, they know our routes, but guess what? They're going to make us better because on game days it's going to be much easier. You got refs out there. Now you're going against somebody else, and now it comes down to executing the game plan. But challenging our guys, our DBs, it's a challenge each and every day. I tell them, don't complain to the refs. You might not. We're going to be on the road a couple of games. We ain't going to get no calls. So you got to find a way to fight through that, at the end of the day, all I want is on game days, they've been through the grind, they've been through the challenge, they've been pushed. I think by doing all that only sets up opportunities for them to be successful on game days.
Having as much experience as anybody playing at the highest level in this sport, do you feel like you've been able to give out some pesky tips to your receivers about ways to deal with some annoying DBs in those situations still?
Yeah, I've given out a lot of blueprints to this wide out stuff, but it's not about what I know. It's really about what these kids know and what they can take in and how they take the information and use it for their own success. But I do know I got a group coming into work each and every day wanting to get better. It doesn't matter if you have success. Even JT, for me, I just try to be smart with them and get them to the party healthy. Get them to the party, understanding that he put in the work. I'm all about quality over quantity. The work that he does get, when I put him out there, it's a lot of quality stuff out there. And then improving guys like Malik and Jaren, Noble and Jalen, the guys that we brought in, it's a good opportunity for them, to go out there and have an opportunity to make some plays because we lost a lot of production with Cam not being here now. So we got to make up that production somewhere. And I'm hoping that, a couple of our guys out of our receivers room can go out there and make up for the production we lost from Scat. But they're up for the challenge. Each and every day I'm pressing those guys. I got to make practice chaotic. That way on game days it can be like a cakewalk. You can get through practice with me and go through all these DBs who know all our concepts. They know all your releases. You can go through all that and to get an earful of me chewing them out. Come to game days, I know they'll be ready.
So for you then, with the next couple of weeks left of camp before the season starts, what are the biggest things you're looking for from maybe some individual players, but also as a group as a whole before the season starts?
As a group, just put your head down and just keep chopping wood. That's all I want. You know, how we respond to adversity. I think the biggest thing this year is how we respond. You know, everything's not going to go well. A lot of people are predicting us to be here or wherever. You know, at the end of the day, like we control our own story. You know, and only way I know is just working, going out and working to try to get better each and every day, trying to be the best person you can possibly be and mastering this craft that we do. So that's just my message to all the guys. And really, I want all our guys to be successful. I can't really just single out one or two guys. You get in the game, you have the opportunity. You know, I want to make sure they're well prepared so they can make plays and help us win ball games.
And then, Coach, we like mentioning the receivers and the DBs going out. I know, teams throughout years, players have always said, as a receiver, like you go up to a DB and ask him things. But do you feel that sometimes maybe, and even, receiver asking DB asking receiver, that they're maybe not certain of anything because they're thinking, if I got to see him in the future, I can't give him all my secrets?
No. At the end of the day, they're competitive. You know, even like I have an opportunity, I tell DBs what we struggle with, so they use it to their advantage. You know. Don't always give them the pre-snap read, mix it up, play outside leverage, play inside leverage, pump fake your hands, use different arms when you shoot your hands, just to have that opportunity to show them kind of, it's not just about the wideouts. I want those guys to be successful. I want all our guys to be successful, but telling them some of the struggles that as wide receivers, what we have, and so they can add into their games when they get man-to-man. At the end of the day, it's really about, trying to be a resource to all these guys so they can, be successful and help us win ball games.
And then you mentioned, obviously, guys that came in, but guys that came back. Somebody like Derek, I know last year started talking about him more and more as camp went on, making plays. How do you feel that he's grown even from, last year to this point?
Yeah, man, Derek, to be a walk-on, to see his growth in a short period of time, it's just a testament to him, the hard work that he puts in. I mean, he's probably one of our most consistent players, always in the right spot. It's hard for me not to give him an opportunity to be on the field. But every day he comes to work, he doesn't complain. He just puts his head down, go out and does his job. And like I said, as a coach, I wish I had tons of Dereks, especially at the wide receiver position. Everybody wants the ball. Some guys just want to play. Some guys just love being out there. Derek's one of those guys. And, as a coach, man, you cheer for Derek. It's one of those stories. So when he got in the game last year, scored his long touchdown, man, I was one of his biggest cheerleaders. I was running with him the whole time. So, but that's just a testament to Derek and all the work that he's put in. It's going to pay off. He's going to get some opportunities, and hopefully he's ready and prepared for that moment, which I think he is, because the approach he takes each and every day, he comes out here and practices his tails off.
And you mentioned the depth of the amount of weapons. There formations, there could be almost all tight ends on the field, or running backs. In something like that, like you said, of course you want the ball, the competitor wants the ball, but how do you feel that adding those pieces have helped the receiver group?
It does. Just because there's more firepower. I think last year we were more dependent on Jordan, being in every play. But now, in order for us to really get to where we want to go, you need more weapons. I think we have that. Not only as a group in the wide receiver group, but we got great running backs, we got great tight ends. Really, it's our job is just to make sure we mesh the groups together and understand they're playing for one another. And Marcus, he's kind of coordinates the whole game plan, put it all together. All the coaches have their input, and really we just want to see which group meshes well together so we can go out there and have success and figure it all out. But it's good. It's a good thing to have a lot of weapons. Sit back and got multiple toys, and you can go out there. It's like, I want to play with this toy here, and put them in position to make plays. So our job as coaches is to make sure we push our guys, to elevate them, to make sure we put them in position to be successful.
And speaking of toys, I got to know this one is because I know I asked you last season, and even in spring, and Coach Mons, is Clayton still reminding you that even though you
each
might
and
have
every
enough,
day
he can do it for you?
There's never a day that doesn't go by that Clayton doesn't say he's ready for a red zone fade. So we'll figure it out. Who knows, man? We can't let the cat out of the bag, but he reminds me daily that he's anytime somebody goes down, he'll be that guy, and I won't hesitate to put him in. he's athletic. He's all get out, man, to be that size and be able to have some hands. It's very intriguing. Sometimes he's got to find unique ways. So he's always politicking for a spot, especially down in the red zone.